Hello everyone, Newborn Investor here and welcome to another video. Today we are going to talk about the Snowflake IPO, which is one of the most awaited IPOs of 2020. So if you're interested, make sure to stick around as we are starting right now. Snowflake is a cloud-based data warehousing company. They serve many Fortune 100 and Fortune 500 companies by hosting their data and provide tools to analyze and understand the data. This would give businesses a better idea about their customers, which in turn would help them to sell and serve their customers better. Snowflake was founded back in 2012 and they have gone through multiple series funding which helped them raise capital from investors. Since its founding, Snowflake was able to grow their customer base and today they include many Fortune 100 and 500 companies. What makes Snowflake unique when compared to other conventional data platforms and big data solutions is the fact that Snowflake provides a great cloud platform that helps customers gather and analyze huge volumes of data. This would drive to better business decisions and eventually lead to increased revenue. Currently, Snowflake has more than 3,200 active customers and most of them are leaders or major players in their respective sectors. Additionally, Snowflake does not follow a subscription-based pricing model. Instead, they use a metered pricing model. This is similar to our utility bill pricing model. In this model, customers pay for what they use. For customers, this is a much more cost-effective model which leads to customer retention and continued revenue for Snowflake. Snowflake offers a great solution, but without good management, they are going nowhere. In May 2019, Frank Slootman joined Snowflake and since then he has been serving as the chairman and CEO of Snowflake. Frank has over 25 years of experience as an entrepreneur and executive in the enterprise software business. Prior to Frank, Bob Maglia served as the CEO of Snowflake and the reason for his departure is little known. In the data storage business, Slootman is considered as a celebrity CEO and he earned that title through his tenure at ServiceNow and Data Domain. Mr. Slootman has a good track record of taking companies public. He took ServiceNow public and grew it from a revenue of $100 million to almost $1.4 billion. Prior to ServiceNow, Frank served as the Chief Executive Officer and President of Data Domain and led the company through an IPO to its acquisition by EMC for $2.4 billion. He clearly knows his job and hopefully he could lead Snowflake to new heights. That being said, let's look at some of the key numbers stated by Snowflake in its IPO prospectus. You can find more details about the company online by visiting sec.gov and search for Snowflake in the company filings section. Don't get overwhelmed by all the documents you see here. The document that you should look for is the S1 filing. There are a lot of SEC forms that investors have to go through, but few are as important as the SEC form S1, which is generally filed by companies in anticipation of their initial public offering. Its purpose is to register a company's securities prior to listing them on a public exchange. This form should offer historical sales and profitability information, as well as balance sheet and asset data, which can help investors make informed decisions. Based on the S1 filing, Snowflake reports a 121% year-over-year revenue growth as of Q2 with a net retention of 158%. Both these numbers seem pretty impressive as they reflect growth and recurring revenue. As of July 31, 2020, Snowflake had a total of 3,117 customers, increasing from 1,547 customers for the same period last year. Snowflake's customers include 7 of the Fortune 100 and 146 of the Fortune 500 companies. Together, these customers contributed approximately 4% and 26% of Snowflake's revenue respectively. Snowflake also states that most of their customers typically expand their usage as evident from their revenue retention rate. The number of customers that contributed more than $1 million in trailing 12-month product revenue increased from 22 to 56 as of July 2020. Revenue grew from $96.7 million in 2019 to a whopping $264.7 million for the fiscal year that ended in Jan 2020. This represents an outstanding year-over-year growth of 174%. On the flip side, Snowflake also reported a net loss of $178 million and $348 million for the fiscal years 2019 and 2020. Snowflake also states some of the risk associated with their businesses in its S1 filing. It is a relatively new company with a limited operating history, so past performance is not indicative of future results. Also, Snowflake has a history of operating losses and it may not achieve or sustain profitability in the near future. As of the beginning of 2020, Snowflake raised over $1.4 billion from various investors including Salesforce Ventures, Dragoneer Investment Group, Iconic Capital, and various others. With the latest Series G funding announced in Feb 2020, Snowflake raised over $479 million, bringing the company's valuation to a whopping $12.4 billion, which is almost 3 times more than its last valuation. Clearly, big players wanted a piece of the pie and they were willing to pay a higher price for the opportunity. Now, that same opportunity is staring at us, the retail investors, and how much we need to pay to get a piece of the action is not known yet. Snowflake has not disclosed the IPO price and the price will depend on the valuation and the number of shares getting listed. I feel the IPO price will be somewhere between $30 and $40. Also, the IPO dates are not confirmed, but it's expected to happen in Q4 of 2020. Clearly, Snowflake is one of my favorite IPOs for this year that I will be watching. With that being said, if you have any questions about anything discussed in this video, please drop me a comment and I'll make sure to follow up with you. Also, if you liked this video and found it valuable, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. I really appreciate your support as it keeps me motivated to put in the long hours for making these videos. So until you hear from me again, stay safe and thanks for watching. Bye.